So I got a question if I have ever taken any antidepressants, any medication while I was depressed and suicidal. And then the second half of the question was, should I feel bad for using them myself? So personally, I've never taken any antidepressants or any medication of any kind for anything mental. So I wouldn't know what it's like to use it. I do know I've worked with people that most of my people pretty much have used it, don't use it anymore, but it's definitely been prescribed in their life at one point. So I do know how destructive it can be, but I also can say that it is a helpful tool to use temporarily to find some kind of safety. It's like a safety net, keeps you floating above water, but just know that I never used it, and I was pretty close. I was definitely in the mindset of, I just don't want to live anymore. I fucking hate life. No one loves me. I'm here by myself, just all victim mentality. But I was there. I was like, fuck, I'm happy to die. Like, nothing in life makes me happy. I was right there, and still didn't go to antidepressants and managed to find my way out. Now, am I recommending doing that soldier path and just fighting it out and being tough and doing that? No, because that's me. My personality type suits that kind of pressure, but not everyone's like that. So you may need to be like, okay, I'll use them. I'll find out the minimal amount I need. I won't go full what they prescribe. I'll experiment to see how much do I need, the least amount to just stay in a safe place. But you clearly make a statement to yourself and to your doctor. It's always best to express yourself to another person, because you then hold yourself accountable and you say, look, doc, I'm happy to do this, and I want to find out what's the lowest prescription I need. But let it be known that this is a temporary thing, and I'm going to be doing my best to get to the bottom of what's creating it, and I'm just going to use it as a get out of jail free card, but I'm going to be doing the work to figure out what's creating it. Because let me assure you of something, there's no accidents ever in this world, in this universe, right? Everything has got a purpose, everything has got a meaning. And if you're having to take antidepressants, it's because you're depressed, and the reason why you're depressed is because some part of your lifestyle is creating the depression in the first place. And that's something I know firsthand, right? The people you hang around with, the mindset. So for me, my inability to love myself, my inability to comfort myself, my inability to be by myself created depression, right? So the depression was there as a guide. So your depression also is trying to guide you into learning more about you so you grow and become a better person. It's up to you to allow that depression to overcome you so that you it's a wake-up call. It's like your soul smashes a hammer over your ego, your head, and just shatters your perspective so that you open your mind up and you be like, oh, fuck, I am being this, I am being that, I am doing this, I am doing that, I shouldn't be doing this, I shouldn't be doing that. You start to realize when you're being a pork chop, is how I call it. Like, we all are pork chops in some way or another, otherwise we'd all be enlightened. It's up to us to allow the depression, allow the anxiety, allow the pain, the sadness, the suffering, the guilt, the shame, all these emotions to guide us into figuring out how are we creating this emotional turbulence so that we can grow, right? So the medication, yes, it can be necessary to keep you alive. If that's what it's doing, then obviously it's working. But commit your life. Forget about any other goal or any other area in your life. Your only prioritization is you and your mental health, and to get to the bottom of why you're depressed. Why do you need this medication? And again, the only way you figure that out is in silence, and when you allow that depression to really sink into you, and you've got to surrender to it. I remember I was in my bed and I was just so exhausted of trying to fight this fucking voice in my head of like not wanting to die. It's like you're fucking wrestling with this monster. And eventually you lay down and you're just fucking trying to go to sleep, but you don't sleep. And that's when it sinks into your bones and you just feel even worse. But I've said it a million times, the next morning after an episode of that, you fucking wake up like King Kong. Like, you just, so proud and full of energy. It's like your soul takes you to the depths of fucking hell, and then the next morning you wake up and it's not heaven, but you've got an energetic heaven in you. You've got energy to go and tackle the day, when previously your energy was like, fucking, let's get out of here, right? But you only get that energy or that perspective or that mindset or whatever from allowing yourself to feel the emotions and not numbing them with the medication. So the takeaway is this: use the medication as a crutch, but just know that eventually you got to titrate that fucker down, and then your emotions will start to rise as you're titrating down. But have the mindset to be like, okay, let's fucking go. Let's fucking feel these emotions. There's nothing to be scared of. It's my own body trying to communicate to me. It's not going to try and kill me. It wants me to grow. It's my soul trying to guide me to grow. Use that mindset and you should be like, fuck it, doc. Let's fucking do this. You'll get to that mindset because you'll be so strong mentally that you'll be like, okay, no, I don't care how much pain or suffering or tears that come out by feeling these emotions. I'm going to feel like shit for 2 weeks, 2 months or whatever, but I'm going to stay disciplined and I'm going to stay strong and build character and build strength, inner strength to still go to work and show up and do your job properly. I was still training clients while I had thoughts of wanting to kill myself. Let that sink in. In the gym, 12 squats. Let's do walking lunges, holding it together, right? Well, I would go home and I'd be like, fuck, I want to die. It's not easy. It's not easy. But it's within you to have that strength to just push through, because let me assure you, I would never take that time back again. In fact, I miss London. It was a dark place, but I'm like, fuck, I changed as a person. Like, that was a serious transformation for me. It was a big chapter in my life, and it came with a lot of suffering and painful emotions. So just use that as an invitation that you have that opportunity to grow as well by feeling these emotions. If you need help with it, you know where to find me. For the rest of you, if you've got a problem or a challenge in life, I'll give you the solution.